The third quarter brought to you by the Geelong Football Umpires League Show North Geelong on 5/7/37, leading Leigh Districts 4/9/33. Waiting now for the umpire to get the spectators off the ground and commence this quarter, the third quarter, the vital quarter of football here this afternoon. The first half was a game of two halves. I thought North Geelong's first quarter was quite good, and then Leigh Districts took over in the second quarter, and they've got back into this game as umpire McMasters holds the ball aloft. Siren sounds. Ball put to turf. Up they go. Brought down there. Good. No one could take advantage from the tap out, and the umpire's forced to move in and ball it up again.
Leigh Districts have still got the big fella Murphy in the ruck. I thought they might have put Robertson back into the centre bounces, but Murphy's going to do the job for them against Angie Skoko, who's played quite a good game for North Geelong. The umpire wiping the mud off this one, wiping a bit more off.
Here's umpire Jervis in the centre now. Puts the ball to turf. A good bounce, a high bounce. Up they go. Brought down by the Murphy for Leigh Districts, but a pack develops again at the bottom, and we'll have a ball up.
Just a little bit away from the muddy area. He might bounce this one a little bit higher. He does. A beautiful bounce by the umpire. Up goes Murphy versus Skoko. Skoko's knocked that out wide to the run here of going through Jones. Jones gets it down the ground, but intercepting is Jolly. And Jolly of Leigh Districts kicks the ball around the outer side of the ground. Chance there for Bellwood to run onto the ball. Couldn't. Kicked off the ground by Leigh Districts' opponent. Heads towards the fence, and it's gone over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in on the true centre wing position on the far side of the ground.
Right boundary umpire with the ball. Brings it back into play. The ruckmen set themselves. Tap down by Jones, a good tap down to Moroney. Moroney kicks forward down to half forward, tapped further afield for North Geelong. Picked up in defence there for Leigh Districts through Hilda. Handballs it wide, but it's gone across the line, and we'll have a throw-in half forward flank for North Geelong.
37 plays 33 on the Geelong Umpires Football League scoreboard, third quarter. Boundary umpire throwing it in on the far side of the ground.
Brings the ball back into play. Jones up again, gets it down. Moroney picks it up, kicks the ball towards the corridor. A bouncing ball down there. Picked up and a kick over the shoulder by Swenison, and it's gone straight through the centre. Good play, Timmy Swenison.
A beauty to Tim Swenison. Went a bit quiet in the second quarter, but has started the third quarter with a vengeance. And after 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes perhaps play on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock, Tim Swenison kicks his second goal for North Geelong, and they've gone to a lead now of 10 points on the Geelong Football Umpires League.
Very classy player is Tim Swenison on his day, and he did that well. The ball didn't quite reach him on the full. He tapped it forward, picked it up, spun around, kicked the ball over his shoulder and brought up a major for the North Geelong side, giving them a little bit of breathing space here early in the third quarter.
Right, the umpire's about to put this back down. 10 points the difference. Early in the third quarter, Murphy to do battle against Skoko. Murphy might have won it. Comes out here with a handball. Good play. They come into attack. Cation's got the ball out there. Up goes Forrest from behind. He's held. Play on the call. Dashing through is Ryan. And Ryan punt kicks the ball out towards the centre of the ground. Up goes the big fella there. Couldn't hold the mark in Orford, but buttering up well, getting it well is Hilda. And Hilda kicks Leigh Districts into attack. It's clean bowled, about 4 of them, but waiting at the back is Ryan again. I think he picks it up and kicks with the right foot towards the centre of the ground. Backing back and taking a good mark is the player there in Jones. And a good mark too by Darryl Jones as he went back with the flight of the ball.
Plays on quickly with handball. They run through the centre, kick the ball long down to half forward, and a good overhead mark taken down there at centre half forward for the North Geelong side, and it's been taken for them by, when he turns around, we'll pick him up. Number 24,
again, I think. That was Bellwood taking the hand pass there. He likes to run past a player, doesn't he, Bellwood? He got the hand pass there, long kick, and Swenison did the rest with a strong mark, and he's going to perhaps kick his second goal for the quarter. We haven't played 4 minutes into this quarter. They might have been fired up at half-time. Swenison puts it on the left foot. They're all clapping down there already. It's a beauty. It's a goal. His third goal to Tim Swenison. 4 minutes into the third quarter. Brought to you by the Geelong Football Umpires League.
Yes, they come out of defence well there through Ryan in towards the centre of the ground. A good mark to Jones, and then on the Rockies 24-hour time clock, third quarter shows that it's on 5 minutes here this afternoon. Rockies out there at Coria Village for all your locksmithing needs. Call in and see a Rocky.
And on the Geelong Football Umpires League scoreboard, 49 North Geelong play Leigh Districts 33. They've got away now. They're 16 points in front as the umpire about to put it down in the centre. Still Murphy doing the ruck work for Leigh Districts against Skoko. Against North Geelong. Skoko goes up and wins the hit down, but doesn't hit it anywhere in particular. Straight into the mud patch. They dive in on top of it. It'll be another ball up in the centre of the ground.
Yes, at bottom of the pack, battling hard there was Alan Moroney for the North Geelong side. Right, umpire McMasters puts the ball to turf. A good bounce. Up they go. It's tapped forward there by Skoko for North Geelong. Running onto the ball is Alfred. Taps it further field. Coming through there is the defender for Leigh Districts. Gets it out here to centre wing. Simpson's first onto it. Shrugs one tackle. Tries to shrug two. Caught with the ball for mine.
Tried to do too much, didn't the player Simpson.
Free kick to be taken here by Ferguson. Ferguson kicks it down towards the half-forward line.
Oh, beauty!
Up high was Ogle. Ogle takes a mark, plays on quickly to Truan. Truan kicks down towards the pocket. Here comes the big fella Robinson. Couldn't take the mark. The bounce eludes him. It's tapped towards the boundary line there for North Geelong by Craig Farrell, and we'll have a throw in the forward pocket. Robertson not hanging on to his marks here this afternoon.
He held them all in the first quarter. He's gone down the forward line to take marks in the second quarter and the third, and he hasn't been able to hold them. Boundary throw in forward pocket. Leigh Districts in attack. Up goes the big fella Sotomarco, knocks it down. Chance here for Dyer. He can't get through the pack. Little kick comes out from the defence of North Geelong. It's headed for touch. It's found touch. They've gained about 25 metres, and we'll have a boundary throw in half forward flank. Leigh Districts in attack. 7.5 minutes gone, third quarter.
Right, boundary umpire brings the ball back into play. Up they fly. Robinson tries to get the tap down. Coming through there is Simpson. He couldn't control the ball. It's pack develops now, but it's picked up here for North Geelong by Cruz. Gets a handball out where we see Murphy for Leigh Districts get across the top. Rowas runs onto the ball now. Tries to burst his way through the pack. He's still going. Picks it up now. Chips one in towards the pocket where the big fella comes out. This time he's taken a mark on his chest, and this is a big Ray Robinson.
Good play, Darren Rowath. Had the presence of mind to just steady there. Have a look. He saw Robinson leading into the pocket. He found him beautifully with the pass. He couldn't drop that mark, and the big fella Ray Robinson going to go back and have a shot. The angles are cute. Watch the way. Oh, he's run straight at the goals. Good looking kick too. Beautiful. I think he's kicked it. It hasn't made the distance. Oh, there's a mark in the goal square. A mark the Leigh Districts player on the goal square. Looks like Hassett it is. Taking the mark. He's going to be put down at a bit of an angle perhaps. No, the umpire said it's okay. You can just go back and pop it through. Well, we thought the kick was beautiful there by Robinson. Just about to call it a goal. Dropped short, and up went Jason Hassett. Took a nice mark, and he'll bang this through. And there's an answering goal on the board. Off the boot of Jason Hassett of Leigh Districts after playing 8 minutes of the third quarter. And the third quarter time clock, of course, brought to us by Rocky's 24-hour locksmith out there at Corio Village. And on the Geelong Football League umpire scoreboard, North Geelong 7 goals, 7-49. Leigh Districts 5 goals, 9-39. 10 points the difference, and a good fight back there from Leigh Districts. But North Geelong looked as though they were going to get 4 or 5 pretty quickly there, Barry.
Yes, good play by Hassett. He come down from the half-back line to be in the square to contest that mark, and took a strong mark, and 6 points as it resulted. Right, the ball back in the centre with umpire Jervis to restart this game. Comes in, puts the ball to turf. Another good bounce. Up they go. Now, Murphy gets a tap down, but it's sharked again by Jones for the North Geelong side. Gets a quick kick down here towards half forward. Overrunning the ball there was Marnie. It's picked up here for Leigh District, and a chip pass down towards centre wing, and the mark's taken for them by Sotomarco. On centre wing. Goes for the handball. Gets it across to his teammate going through there in Burgess. Burgess down to half forward. Two Leigh Districts players brought each other there, and the free kick's been picked out, and will go to North Geelong on half-back flank and be taken by Simpson.
Simpson plays on the left foot too. Played on immediately down to half forward. Up there with the big fellow in Alford. Couldn't hold the mark. Goes in after it again. Neil Alford paddling along. He did it beautifully too. Found his teammate in Skoko. Skoko fired a hand pass. He was looking there for his teammate running towards the fence. Collins couldn't handle. He's on the ground, Collins, the first time we've seen him, but couldn't quite gather in. We'll have a boundary throw in with North Geelong slightly in attack.
Right, the boundary umpire brings the ball back into play. A high throw in. Murphy jostling, gets a big thump out, gains about 20 metres. Coming through now is Rowas. Good pick up on centre wing, spears the ball down to half forward. The players can test down here. Oh, Leigh District player ducked his head, taps it forward. Rowas in there again, gets the ball along towards the teammate in Ogle, and not Ogle, and Sotomarco, he couldn't take advantage of it. Over the line it goes, and we'll have a throw in.
Half forward flank, Leigh District's in attack. Been a good opening to the third quarter. 3 goals kicked, 2 by North Geelong, 1 by the Leigh District side. Throw in, players are diving in on top here. We might have to have another bounce up here. Sotomarco tackling a player well. Umpire says it was held to him, as it was. And we'll see Stuart Hartman throw the ball back to the umpire. He's going to bounce it down just in front of the half-forward flank. Leigh Districts in attack. Sotomarco doing the ruck work. Goes
free
up.
Kick.
Pushed out Sotomarco. He'll take the free kick. Player playing on here was going in there, Cations, but I think he's going to bring it back, and probably should have too. Cations was in a bit of, although we're playing on, was running towards the boundary line. No real advantage there. And the big fella is going to take the free kick. Daryl Sotomarco. Been a trier. Found one in short. It's Cations again. Oh, didn't take the mark. One he should have taken. Skoko fires out the hand pass to his teammate in Moroney, who's tackled high. Rubbish, says Barry Walker, but Alan Moroney's going back to take the free kick. At half back, he's taking plenty of time about this. Hasn't got a lot of options. Fires one in short, looking for Collins, who's just come on the ground. The ball punched away from Collins by Steve Donaldson, and it's another boundary throw in play, bottled up in front of the grandstand here. Leigh District still in attack.
I thought it was a fair bump, and Alan Moroney kept playing on, but at any rate, they're throwing in. Up they go. No one gets advantage. Comes down to Moroney, gets a quick kick towards the centre of the ground. In front there, trying to take the mark for North Geelong was Bellwood. He couldn't, but he's got backup support there from Joswick. Kicks the ball down to half forward. Another dubious mark paid. At any rate, it comes out to Moroney. Moroney kicks down towards a leading player in the pocket, and he's found him down there. And this is a big fella in Smilovic. Smilovic now from half-forward flank. A lovely kick into the 10-yard square. They set themselves down there. North Geelong player up before acceptances. No free kick played. Leigh Districts come across the half-back line. Kicks the ball out wide through Burgess out towards the boundary line and finds it over there, and we'll have a throw-in half-back flank on the far side of the ground, the Shire of Coria side of the Osborne Park here this afternoon.
That player up high before acceptances was Swenson, of course. Swenson, of course, he's kicked 2 goals this quarter. Boundary throw-in. Half-forward flank with North Geelong into attack. Over the back it came, easy as you like. They grab it here, Leigh Districts, boot it down towards centre wing, and almost a mark there to Sotomarco. Picked up by Cations, fires the hand pass across to the run of Donaldson, and Donaldson streams down, kicks it towards centre half-forward. Forrest out in front, dives in on top of it, comes back towards Sotomarco, hand pass to Robinson, takes about an hour to get rid of it, got it over to Donaldson. He's fired one over the top to Ogle. Ogle's had a flying shot, but he's way offline, and it's over line on the full. Well, they had plenty of chance there, just too much handball, I think, that time from Leigh Districts.
Yeah, he's put his player under pressure. Anyway, the kick from the back line finds Farrell on near half-back line. Farrell now from half-back flank, kicks down towards centre wing. Up high now, should be free kick there as a North Geelong player in Joswick. He is, and the free kick to be taken by Eves. Eves handballs to a teammate there. Oh, he didn't know what to do with the ball. Good play, Moroney spoiled it. It was Dyer. Dyer's back onto it now. Oh, grabbed very high and should receive the free kick in the centre of the ground.
They give Chris Dyer a bit of credit there. He didn't want the handball. When he got it, then thought, what will I do with it? Lost it, but was good enough to go back and win the footy and win the free kick. He spears the pass into the forward line. Coming out, couldn't take the mark there was Ogle. They dive in on top of it. Here's a chance there to get him out by Jones of North Geelong. He punt kicks the ball just over the centre of the ground, and the umpire's found a free kick. It's going against North Geelong, and Leigh District's player accepting the free kick there, and taking it as Hilda. Hilda fires in the short pass. It's a good one. Finds his teammate who plays on immediately with the left foot out towards half forward. Coming across, Roweth, who's been a good player, takes the mark. Roweth outside 50, spears a pass across, looking for Ogle. A finger tipper he couldn't hold. Coming out to meet the ball well is coming onto it here is Jennings. Jennings fires the kick into the forward line. Up they go. There's a mark taken. A free kick has been given. It was all Leigh Districts down there, but they got into the back of the defender, and Cruz will take the free kick. Cruz
out the half-back flank where he's got a player over there in Bellwood, and Bellwood marks on the 50-metre line. In towards the centre he goes, looking for Moroney. Moroney picks it up on the half volley. Steadies now, comes straight across the ground, and he's found his teammate here in Skoko. Skoko plays on quickly, runs away from Murphy, drives the ball down towards the half-forward line. The players set themselves over the back of the pack. Jolly overruns it. Oh, good play for North Geelong. Here sees them tap the ball forward through Marnie, runs into an open goal, but he's shots offline, and 1 point is the result.
Not a good enough result there for the North Geelong side from Jeff Marnie, who did very well to tap the ball away from Jolly, but then gathered it, but far with the right foot and was offline. We've played 14 minutes into the third quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock, and we're waiting for Ian Ferguson of Leigh Districts to bring the ball back into play. He does. He's gone short and found his teammate there in Steve Donaldson, who's been a lively player. Played on, was tripped. Play on the call again, gives it back to Ferguson, who's run out of full back to help. Kick off the ground by True, and it wasn't a particularly Burgess, wasn't a good one. And the umpire now has paid a free kick here, a shocker, and Moroney gets the free kick, plays on the left foot, kicks into the pocket. Wasn't a good kick at all from Moroney. He's got a player there, who's able to grab it. He's out of bounds, is he? Swenninson. He is out of bounds, and the boundary umpire right on the job, Tim Swenninson. He said you were over the line, and there'll be a throw in. Left forward pocket, North Geelong into attack.
There's not much of Alan Moroney, and that's twice he's been met with solid bumps for mine. Admittedly, when they bump him around the shoulder area, but surely to goodness you're allowed to bump a player these days. Right, boundary umpire now brings the ball back into play. Half forward flank for the North Geelong side. Up they go. It comes to ground. Ogle's in there trying to get it out, but the umpire is going in and will ball it up at the 15.5-minute mark of the third quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock. This third quarter brought to you through the eyes of guest video cameras for the Geelong Football Umpires League. The bounce of the ball down there. Murphy gets a tab out. Swenninson gets a quick kick forward in defence, so it's Ferguson goes across the shocking kick straight towards the corridor, and he's found Bellwood for the North Geelong side.
Bellwood doesn't mind a ping. He might be just too far out. He's looking for the lead. He put the foot right in, but he's gone long at the goal mouth. It's right into the teeth of goal. Might have been knocked through from behind. He might put that one down as rushed, I think, Barry. He didn't make the distance. The defenders were able to thump it through for a point. 16.5 minutes gone, third quarter. And we wait on Ian Ferguson, the dashing fullback for Leigh Districts, who's been a good player for them today. Stephen Smilovic started very well on him, but we've got to give credit to Ferguson. He's fought back well, he's run off him well, and he's kicked this well out over half back. Up went the big fella Ogle, couldn't mark. Come down to Moroney, fired the hand pass across. Might have it, this is Moroney now gathering it, gets it back to his teammate. Jones. And Jones, the long sleeves and the long left foot, goes deep into attack. Ferguson's up, can't mark. Picked up by Bellwood. He's had a pot shot at the goals. He's offline. Marnie, was it?
He roved the front of the pack well there and had a golden opportunity to bring up a 6-pointer, but was offline, and 1 point is the result.
He's been offline all day. Just 3 points on the board to Jeff Marnie. Wasting opportunities up there for North Geelong.
Right now, waiting for the ball to be brought back in. A short pass out towards half-back. Eludes all players. First back onto it, we see as North Geelong over there trying to pick the ball up as Pastovic. It's bottled up over there. The umpire is holding the ball rule, and the free kick to be taken on half-back flank, and it'll be taken by for Leigh Districts. A short kick now towards centre wing finds Cations. Cations now looking to play on. He does over the top with handball, looking for Jolly. Oh, he waited for it to bounce, but he's good enough to get back onto it. Spins around, kicks down towards the centre wing area where we see the big fellow in Sotomarco trying to get it, but he's beaten for it. Comes out to Burns. Burns now eludes Jolly, kicks down towards the forward line. Tapped after to ground there for Leigh Districts. They come out across the half-back line. A high kick towards the centre, setting themselves there. Ogle beaten for a good mark, Jones, for the North Geelong side.
Geez, played well, Darryl Jones. Takes the mark, kicks it immediately. Up goes True and almost held the mark. Play on the call. The hand pass came out towards Marnie. Marnie's hand pass was towards Goko. Wasn't a good one. Coming in after it now is Chris Dyer. He's got it. Got the hand pass across to Cation. And Cation now breaks out of the centre with a right foot kick into the forward line. The target is Robinson. It's wide of him. Goes in after it. Paddles it in front of him. The big fella. Tapped it on well. Can he pick it up? He has. Legged. Well played. He's legged. Play on the call. Should have been a free kick. Chance here for the interchange player Cruz to get rid of the footy, but it's picked up and fired back towards the goal mouth by the Leigh Districts side. Out they come off the ground, spills into the arms of a Leigh Districts player. He gives it across to Ogle. Ogle swings around, had a flying ping on the left foot, but he's well offline, and 1 point only to Scotty Ogle. And my goodness me, Ray Robertson, you can consider yourself unlucky not to get a kick after that great solo effort.
Yes, it was a great solo effort, and he was legged in the pocket, but unseen by the umpire. Now we're waiting for the fullback in Ryan to bring this ball back in. Straight down the centre he goes. A lovely kick down here. Up they fly. Murphy's up there. Comes to turf. Moroney's in there for the North Geelong side. Dives on it, but coming through strongly there for North Geelong was Jones. He was legged and take the free kick. Oh, runs around Roworth on the mark. He can have a couple of bounces.
Too easy. He's going to have two. One bounce, fires the pass into half forward, but a shocking kick. And the mark is taken by Leigh District's defence. They get out of it. Their kick's not too good either.
Oh, good mark.
Coming across is Simpson, intercepting and taking a good mark right in the centre of the ground.
He's got Jones loose, but he ignores him, plays on, kicks the ball down to half forward, pushed out there, and Swinnison takes a mark, has one bounce, has two bounces, running into the pocket, steadies now, has a shot towards goal. Goal
of the day, a beauty!
Class act there, Timmy Swinnison, a great goal, and his fourth for the afternoon.
Oh, what a ripper. Took the mark, played on immediately on the left foot, had a bounce or two, steadied, and beautiful kick off the left boot, wasn't it, Barry? Never looked like missing. That's the goal of the day so far. We've played 20 minutes on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock scoreboard, on the time clock, into the third quarter. This quarter brought to you by the Geelong Football Umpires League through the eyes of guest video. There's the scoreboard, the Geelong Football Umpires League scoreboard. North Geelong, 8 goals, 10-58. Leigh Districts, 5-10-40. They've snuck away again, a lead of 3 goals in this third and vital quarter.
Right, umpire Jervis with the ball in the centre again at the 20-minute mark. Puts the ball to Turp. Up they fly. North Geelong get the advantage through Skoko. Comes down to half forward. Truan comes through and went without the ball. He's got backup support though. There, handball out by Jolly was it. It comes out towards centre wing. Patience couldn't take advantage of it. Skoko gets it, picks it up, kicks down the corridor. They set themselves down there, tap towards the ground. North Geelong fighting over the ball. Going through strongly was a big fella, Smilovic. Gets a handball out here. Comes to Swinnison again. You can put your glasses down. Oh, no, he's let me down this time. And 1 point is the result.
Well, you give a man a rap, Barry. I was about to say bang, and it wasn't bang at all. It was boom. 1 point only to Tim Swinnison. He's kicked forward too. He's been a lively forward, but it's been a bit patchy at times. He should have kicked that one, no pressure, and 1 point only. So it's 19 points the difference on the Geelong Football League umpire scoreboard as we wait now for Ian Ferguson of Leigh Districts to swing this back into play. This time he goes straight up the middle. The target there was true, and he couldn't mark it. He butted up well and was well tackled. The ball spilled free. Chance to get it out here by Donaldson was
Joswick.
Joswick it was. He's had a kick at the goes. Got a goal too, I think. It's a beauty.
Good goal there for the North Geelong side at the 22-minute mark of the third quarter on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith third quarter. Rocky out there, Karaya Village. Call in for all your locksmithing needs, cutting, whatever. Call in, see the Rock out there at Karaya Village. And North Geelong go that little bit further ahead. They are 9 goals, 11-65. Leigh Districts 5 goals, 10-40. And that's proudly brought to you by the Geelong Football Umpires League.
He's been a lively player too, Darren Joswick, has he? He's been in the play a bit and made no mistake with that kick. Coming back onto the ground now is Tony Spence for the North Geelong side as the umpire about to put this back down in the centre. A little bit heavy, not much dirt about, not much mud about there in the centre, just a little bit of mud. Comes down towards Spence, he couldn't handle it, picked up by Robertson's back in the middle, fires it out to Cations. Cations spares a pass into the forward line and out on a lead, taking a good mark as is that Robinson?
No, Peter Kennedy.
Kennedy, is it? That's right, Robinson was back in the middle. Here's Kennedy, inside 50. Distance shouldn't be a problem. Puts the boot into it. Distance is a problem. It drifts across, but there's a mark down there to Leigh Districts. Players taking the mark and a bit of attention. Murphy didn't like the attention he received there as he took that mark. He's going to be on a very acute angle. Glenn Murphy. He might try and boomerang this. He does.
And he's got it.
And he kicked it.
No, missed it.
He's kicked the point. Well, it looked like it was through from our angle here. Just 1 point to Glenn Murphy. 1 goal, 2 on the board to Glenn. Has been a handy player.
The kick in from fullback taken quickly out there to half-back. Thumped to the ground by Roworth. Unfortunately, he's penalised for getting into the back of the big fella in Angie Skoko. And Skoko to take the free kick in the back pocket. Right, Skoko now drives North Geelong out of attack, out of defence rather, down towards the centre of the ground. It's thumped forward here for the Leigh District side, picked up by Truan. Truan's kicked down towards the forward line. Out they come over the heads of the players. Oh, a cruel bounce there for Murphy. Sees North Geelong come away. Handball to Swinnison, has 1 bounce. Steadies on half back, kicks the ball long towards the centre of the ground. Up they fly. Jolly from behind thumps it forward. Dyer's grab without the ball for mine. And must get a free kick in the centre of the ground. That's the only thing Burns could do there because he was 1 against 3. Right now, waiting for Dyer to take this kick in the centre of the ground.
There's a player come off the interchange bench on his own here. If he spots him, it's Woolett. He didn't spot him. Went the hand pass across to the run of Ogle. And Ogle kicks the ball to centre half forward. Wasn't a good kick at all, though.
Marnie.
Coming out of defence, it is Marnie. Picks it up, has a bounce, steadies, puts it on the right foot and goes out wide. Way on the far side of the ground. Coming after it, Robinson can't handle it. In there, battling hard for his side is Collins. He paddles the ball towards the fence for North Geelong and will have a boundary throw in just on the attacking side of the centre wing for Leigh Districts.
Right, yeah, boundary umpire brings the ball back into play. Bit of jostling in the ruck there. It's tapped down by the
Robinson
big fellow.
Must get a kick.
Robinson, and he's to receive the free kick. Handballs to Cations on the move. Cations now spears a pass down forward. Up they fly. In front was Swenison. Good play. Thumps the ball out wide. Allows Simpson to run onto it. He's having trouble picking it up. He gets it now. Gets a good kick round towards the centre wing. Bouncing ball favours the Leigh Districts player close to the boundary line. Picked up and kicked forward for him by Donaldson. Unfortunately, his kicks off the side to boot. Over the line on the full. And the free kick to be taken on half-back flank for the North Geelong side.
Cruz kicks the ball for North Geelong up towards centre wing. Punched away there by Jolly of Leigh District. It spills over the back. They've got the runners coming through. Short kick comes in. It's a good one because it finds the player running through in Daryl Sotomarco. He spins immediately, kicks left foot to half forward. Players just playing a bit of handball or volleyball down there. No one wanting to grab the footy. Umpire will come in and play a free kick. Held without it. Bit ticky touchwood. But the free kick going to go to Rick Byzantine.
Goes out wide where he's got a player on the far side of the ground in Joswick. He takes a mark half-back flank, kicks down towards the half-forward line. Up they fly. Defensive Leigh Districts tap it over the back where Maroney runs onto it for North Geelong. Picks it up, ducks his head for mine. Loses the ball in the tackle, but he's got backup support there. A kick, but it's gone over the line and out of bounds.
Yes, Ferguson looking up and saying, gee whiz, something went my way for a minute there. Thought he was off with it, but the boundary umpire coming in now, the lady boundary umpire to throw it in. Far side of the ground, North Geelong in attack and in front. Throw in, up goes Robinson, a beautiful backhander too, found his teammate, gets it further across here to Burgess, and Burgess comes away with the left foot towards centre.
Good defensive play by Hardman.
And the ball wasn't a good kick at all. It spilled free and Cations wounds up with it. Cation kicks the ball towards, perhaps out towards half forward. Here's a chance for Simpson. Simpson paddling it in front of him. Here's a race. Simpson knocks it on well again. But the persistent play here of Leigh Districts is going to pay off. The handball comes backwards to Jolly from Donaldson. And Jolly kicks the ball in towards Cation, who's covered a lot of territory today, this young player. He takes the mark. Cation on the right foot. The lead is on. The push is on. Murphy takes the mark. Wants to play on immediately. Tumbles the punt into the forward line. Wasn't a good kick, and backing back.
Oh, no mark.
Farrell has been paid a mark or a free kick. Well, either it wasn't on, and he kicks out to half back where Hardman takes the mark. He wants to play on too. He's in trouble now. Has to kick hurriedly with the left foot. Up the centre wing. Up they go. Pushed under the ball here is the player in Daryl Jones, and he's going to take the free kick.
I think the umpires are getting a little bit tired.
Jones goes the short one, and he's found his teammate here in taking the mark is Maroney. Maroney wants to give it across immediately. He does to Swenison. Swenison's been paid the trip. Now he shows the player the football one side, gets the kick, gets a whack on the guts as he kicks it up towards half forward and backing back. Big Sugar Ray Robinson takes the mark at centre half back.
Right, Robinson for Leigh Districts now. Drives the ball towards the centre. Not a very good kick. Oh, Bean Hell was a Leigh Districts player right in front of the umpire. Unseen.
Donaldson should have got a free kick for that. That is unbelievable. He hands the ball back now and says, where's your glasses? He said, I read the lips.
Bounce of the ball in the centre of the ground. Up they go. Robinson comes in, taps it down to Cations. Well Shark gets a kick down to half forward and has found Eves. Eves should go over the top. He steadies, though, has a long shot towards a goal and a great goal.
Great goal, as you call, Barry. Kicked by Craig Eves, the centreman there for the Leigh District side. Didn't worry about steadying and going back. He just played on immediately. He had a little bit of a look and went bang. And it was a lovely kick off the boot. And at the 28.5-minute mark of the third quarter, the vital one too, on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock, we see the 65 plays 46 now on the Geelong Football League umpire scoreboard. So we've got 19 points the difference. Just a little bit of a break here, a bit of breathing space for North Geelong. We need Leigh Districts to kick another goal quickly for the Leigh District supporters before three-quarter time.
Yes, we just had a shot of the crowd in front of the social club here at the North Geelong Oval at the Osborne Park Reserve. As we see the umpire bounce the ball in the centre. Up they go. Robinson thumps it out again. It's grabbed here by Swenison. He's caught. His handball goes where Dyer cuts it off. He's in at the bottom of the pack. Ridden into the ground was Dyer. Leigh Districts get the quick kick out to centre half forward. Tapped away. Allows Roweth to run onto it. Gives it across to Cations. He couldn't take the handball. Handball out now. Smothered by Roweth. Another handball for North Geelong comes to Jones. Jones goes out wide to Moroney. Back to Jones. Through the centre he goes. Gets a kick down to half forward. Truan in front. He picks it up. It loses possession when tackled. North Geelong get a short kick. It's smothered though. Coming across half back. Leigh Districts kick the ball out here wide. And got to be a free kick paid to Jennings on centre wing.
Yes. Bit of consistency there. Jennings backing back with the football was interfered, and Jennings takes the free kick for Leigh Districts, kicks it into the centre of the ground. The target was Ogle, but over the top it went. Chance for Cation, kick it off the ground, son. He did. Right deep into attack too. It's inside 50 now. Going after it. Farrell headed for the fence, knocked it straight to the fence. Umpire said, throw it in.
And I tell you what, the umpire had a better view than we did of that one.
My word. And the boundary throw in over there wide at half forward for Leigh Districts. Right. Sotomarco's going to be there, but knocked over the top by Robertson. Doll paddled backwards by a defender, straight into the arms of the big fella, Wandsworth. Sotomarco has a hurried kick towards the goal. He's offline. I don't think that score will stand.
Why?
I do think that score will stand.
It's got to be a point.
It's a point.
No, they're not going to give it. The ball was kicked before the...
Yes, but the ball hit the ground after it was kicked, Barry.
Yeah, but it's still rolling.
Interesting one. Well, the Geelong Football Umpires League scoreboard, they brought us the third quarter. They'll be able to work that one out at the table.
The question is, when is the ball dead?
That is a good question. Perhaps we might run out and ask the umpire at three-quarter time. We'll be back after I finish this hot pie. The Geelong Football Umpires League scoreboard sees North Geelong 9 goals, 11-65. Leigh District 6-10-46. We'll see if we can get you an answer on that one, and we'll be back with the final last quarter shortly.
Off.